What's going on, guys? It's Professor Gnome, and today we're going to be looking at Iron Boulder EX. I've been trying to make this card work for a little bit, and I kind of found what I like to use with it. What the attack we're going to be focusing on is the Repulsor Axe for 60 damage for 1 fighting and 1 colorless, which is not very good. But what is good is the fact that once we use the attack, when our opponent attacks us back, then we apply 80 damage to our opponent, regardless of if we're KO'd or not. So I've thought about how to utilize this in the best way possible, and I've been seeing a lot of people use Vengeful Punch. I posted this in the community Discord and got some help with the list, and Vengeful Punch was kind of recommended to me, but I actually found that Bravery Charm comes up more often, where it's better to survive an attack and be able to attack a second time more than applying 40 damage in addition, since we want to be able to live more attacks, and so Bravery Charm helps us do that. It puts us at a 290 health pool, which we get 2 shot by most things, but not 1 shot, and so pretty much what the play is that we can attack for 60. Our opponent attacks into us, we do the 80 damage back, and then we can attack for 60 again, knock them out, and then when we get counter KO'd, we already applied the 80 damage, so we set it up so we're always ahead because they're damaging themselves in order to keep up with us. We're going to get past this by using Miraidon. Pretty much is simple, straightforward. And then we're also going to amp our damage with a whole bunch of Iron Crowns, making it so really what we can do in some situations is that we'll do enough damage thanks to Repulsor Axe and Iron Crown, that if they attack us back, then we'll just drop the 80 damage and we'll be able to get the KO just fine. We also run Iron Bundle to help us get some matchups into the active that we prefer. Mew EX as a little bit of draw support. Also, we're able to use it as a free retreater, help us rotate our Pokemon around, and that's always very nice. We also run a mainstay in this deck, I think that's super important, is one Grant, just to be able to make it so our fighting type Pokemon will do an additional 30 damage, really amping up our power on the Repulsor Axe. If in some situations we can actually set up super easy KOs where we use this, some Iron Hands and stuff like that, and since we can use this card by discarding 2 to get it back into our hand, it's kind of always available once we use it or if we discard it, so it's always very good. Other standouts, I run the one Gift Energy. It comes up sometimes, not all the time, but we can place it when we have to, because sometimes our hand can get low. We can place it on an Iron Boulder and just kind of get attacks going that way. Everything else is pretty simple. I also run the Gutsy Pickaxe in order to guarantee that we're always trying to keep it at least 1 Iron Boulder, always prepared to attack and keep it moving. But yeah, that's the list, guys. I would love to hear your opinions on it and any changes that you might make or any, different alterations or variants. Since I don't really see anyone not only playing this card, but really building lists around it, at all. So I'm very curious to see what other people's takes on it are. I've seen some people go for, different ace spec cards doing things like Max Belt, or even Hero's Cape, which Hero's Cape could be good here. But I just think being able to switch, we want to guarantee our matchups in this situation as much as possible. So also one of the other things on why I run it is that you're going to run into Future Hands a lot, but because we hit for weakness, we can actually KO Iron Hands pretty easily. So that's something that I want to focus on, like taking advantage of that matchup specifically, because we can keep pace with it, start knocking out Iron Hands, and really going from there. So yeah, that's going to be the list, guys. Definitely let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in Game 1 in just a moment. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Join the community Discord. I'm working on putting together a schedule for our first community tournament, so I will be announcing that in the short, not too distant future. So make sure you join that. It's been good so far. So, thank you everybody for all of that, and I will see you guys in Game 1. Peace. Alright, so we're into Game 1. Our opponent won the coin flip and chose for us to go first. We don't have the best going first hand, that's for sure. We might get bailed out by our opponent's mulligan. Ooh. Alright, well that's interesting. So it looks like they're playing some sort of Magneton control, maybe? That's pretty interesting. I don't know much about that, so we'll see. We did get the Iron Boulder. Relicanth. I'm not sure what this deck does, so I'm very interested. We'll go ahead and Techno Radar. We'll get rid of 1 energy. We'll grab ourselves a Miraidon and another Iron Crown. We'll go 1, 2. We'll Gutsy Pickaxe. We'll Gutsy Pickaxe again. There's a research. That's pretty cool. We can throw this down for now. What we'll do is we'll manually attach onto the Miraidon. We'll Techno Radar here. Get rid of the Ultra Ball. Grab ourselves 1 more crown. Yeah, we'll grab ourselves 1 more crown. We'll attach, and we'll end our turn. And then we have the Professor's Research for next turn. So we'll be able to set ourselves up, get into a pretty strong position on our following turn. I'm very, very, very curious to see what their opponent's deck does. This is also another reason why I run Gutsy Pickaxe. We kind of got bailed out there, like, by finding the research, but, like, one of the issues that you'll run into with a lot of future style decks is that your hand kind of ends up dying because you need to spend a lot of resources in order to get into all of your setup cards. So, like, getting into your Miraidon, getting into your held items, getting into your Iron Crowns, like all that kind of stuff to get that all set up. You normally end up with a pretty low hand, which is why a lot of the decks are running like Gift Energy or something like that. And so in order to kind of help fast track it, we run the Gutsy Pickaxe. One, it's nice because it powers up our Iron Bundle, or not Iron Bundle, Iron Boulder. Losing the energy there is a little annoying, but it's not that big a deal. We'll research. We'll probably find another one. They're going for the evolution. So they got themselves 1 barrel. Alright. What does this do? Because they got to want it for some reason. Put 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand. Switches Pokemon. Alright, so that neither of those are like that useful. We'll go ahead and place this. I guess we want to get rid of the Relicanth. Because like they have to run it for some reason. Alright. So perfect. So what we can do is we'll attach the Booster Energy Capsule. We'll be able to get our free retreat. This is the reason why we also don't play like any switch cards or anything like that. Is specifically because of the fact that we already run 3 booster capsules, which will allow us to retreat anyway. So we don't. It's like not as necessary. So we'll go ahead. We have our Iron Boulder powered up. We have our Miraidon in the active that we're able to retreat with if we want to, but we don't have to. We'll see what our opponent does. We can also always switch them out, which will be nice if they do set up some sort of weird trap situation. They hit another heads, but I mean that's fine. Honestly, if they get rid of the one on Iron Boulder, that would be nice because I could always place the Gift Energy. Alright, so there's the other Relicanth. So this has to do something. Not really worried about the Eerie. Honestly, getting my hand to be less is fine with me. The cards aren't really going to do anything for me. I've never seen this card art before. It's pretty cool. I didn't really care all that much about Eerie as a character in the game, but I like this card art a lot. The Annihilate is really, really cool. I like Annihilate. Wish its card was a little better. Alright. I mean, we'll go place the energy down. We'll go ahead and Iono here, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just reshuffle hands. We got into the Arven. Not what we were really looking for. We'll just pass. Arven will get us our booster capsule, and we'll be able to just start attacking. I wonder how many, like, catcher and all that kind of stuff they're going to end up playing. Alright, they got tails on that one. So that's 3 of their crushing hammers down. A Lost Vacuum. Alright, that's fine. So, unless they play multiple Lost Vacuums, it's not... Alright, so there's the 4th crushing hammer. So we don't really have to worry about it after this point. They went 3-1 on their crushing hammers, though. That's pretty huge. Other than being slightly annoying as like a control deck that just plays crushing hammer, which is fine. I'm still not seeing like the point of why you would do it with Magnezone. But I don't remember what Magnezone does, so maybe I'm about to be enlightened. So there's Magnezone EX, so we'll see what it does. This does 50 damage to each. If it does 50 damage per energy, wouldn't you want it to... Wouldn't you want to keep the energy on, not be discarding them off my bench? Oh, okay, got it. So it's gonna just grab the crushing hammers over and over and over again, or the Lost Vacuum over and over and over again, or the counter catchers over and over again for whatever like scenario it wants to keep manipulating. Got it. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's interesting. I mean, I'm gonna knock it out, so that'll get that slightly dealt with. We're gonna go ahead and grab ourselves the Prime Catcher as well. So we'll retreat this out, bring in Iron Bundle, or Iron Boulder, and then... Oh, wait. Damn, this thing's kind of tanky. Yeah, we'll just attack at this point. That's really interesting. Alright, so what we're going to look to do is we'll Prime Catcher up the Relicanth after this turn. Since the Relicanth kind of is what's going to make their deck playable. There's an Electric Energy. There's a Lost Vacuum. I'm assuming they're just going to get rid of the Booster Capsule. Which is fine. We just got to be a little bit more reserved on playing them because we've lost 2 at this point. Yeah, so we still have 1 more. There's an Arven. They only have 17 cards left in deck. There's the Counter Catcher. Hero's Cape. Magnet. So they're going to put the Counter Catcher back in hand. This is really interesting. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we'll Hyper Blower. Force this out. And then what we can do is we'll Prime Catcher back in. And then what we'll do from here is we'll Arven, grab ourselves the Bravery Charm, I guess. Ah, I see. Alright, so we'll get ourselves the Lost Vacuum. What else do we have in deck that we might actually need? Makes sense. Yeah, we're actually just going to end up looking for a boss just to make our game a little bit easier. And then we'll grab the Bravery Charm anyway. Because if we can just keep bossing stuff up, that's going to work all the same. So yeah, we'll take the research, because we don't really care about anything in our hand right now. So we'll go ahead and just take the knockout. they make a new one. Alright, cool. There's our other booster capsule. So we'll be able to retreat again. Or at least get the free retreat. They could always Eerie it away, but I'm not too worried about that. I mean, the Iono is a little annoying. So yeah, they're gonna super odd the Relicanths back in, I assume. Oh no. So can I just... how many Relicanths are they playing? Probably just the 2, right? Alright, cool. So I can go ahead and use this. Town Store. We'll grab ourselves the booster capsule again. Then what we'll do is retreat. Bring in our... yeah, we'll bring in the Iron Bundle. Then we'll attach... at this point, we may as well just start attaching energies. Cool. The Arven's also nice. So we can Arven here. Grab ourselves... we'll grab ourselves the Vacuum for now. And the Bravery Charm, because why not? Just to help thin our deck a little bit. We'll go ahead and Repulsor. Take another knockout. Set it so that way all we need to do is be able to boss another Magnezone. Their deck's definitely very interesting. I don't know what item cards they would even be running to get off Town Store, so yeah, that doesn't really matter. There's the Arven, so like in theory they could get a rare candy here. Wait, they can't rare candy, right? Because they need the Magnemite. Or not Magnemite, Magneton. Yeah, so they have to get... that's the only thing holding this deck back, is the fact that you need the middle stage. So, like, they have to take the turn to evolve here. There's nothing they can do. Like, they can't rare candy into Magnezone to be useful. Because their whole the whole strategy revolves around being able to Junk Magnet. Alright. We can take the one knockout here. But that's not really what we're looking for. Place an energy down on this just so that way it's retreatable. We don't have a boss available. Yeah, but that game's gonna just be over eventually. I'm curious about their deck because I love the idea, but I feel like because you have to evolve into Magneton, you can't run... the fact that you can't run, like, rare candy to get into Magnezone kind of hurts the deck a lot. That's really, really interesting. I really want to start kind of figuring that deck out a little bit. Because that's really cool, but it seems kind of hard to play because of how specific things have to go. But that's super interesting. If anybody knows more about that deck, please let me know in the comments, because that was very, very interesting. But yeah, that's game 1, guys. I will see you all in game number 2. Peace. Alright, so we're into game number 2, and we won the coin flip, so we're choosing to go second. Going second is just kind of overall better with this deck. Since you want to be able to use your Miraidon and all that kind of stuff and like get everything powered up as quickly as possible. What is this now? No way. Oh, I'm against Villain? That's so exciting. Wait, no it's not. I'm weak to grass. Wait, this sucks. No. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It's really cool that I'm running into, like, such a random variety, though. Like, Magneton, now this. That's pretty fun. I feel like that doesn't happen that often. Aw, damn it. Now I feel bad, because I'm about to just KO this thing kind of instantly. Alright, well. It was a great theory while it lasted. We're gonna go ahead and grab a booster capsule, because why not? We'll get rid of the iron bundle, since that's not gonna matter. We'll grab ourselves this and this. I'm kind of sad now. This is depressing. Alright, we'll attach both. Yeah, our opponent knew what was coming. Oh, that's so sad. Why didn't they have anything else? I was so excited to see how that would go. And then I could have used the Bravery Charms, so then I would have lived a hit, because it hits for 140, so it would have been 280. We would have lived. And, oh, that would have been such a fun game. Tragic. Tragic lifestyle. Alright, well, that's game 2. We'll do game 3, probably a 4, since that one doesn't really count, but my dreams of that game did not come to fruition, but we can always hope for next one. Alright, I'll see you guys in game 3. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 3. Our opponent won the coin flip and opted to go first, so that's fine for us. We open Iron Crown EX, which I think I've opened every game, right? I think. I don't know. Looks like we're up against Charizard. We do have the Arven and the Gift Energy open. Our opponent did nothing. What is going on? We're going to go ahead and grab the Techno Radar and the Future Booster Capsule. We'll go ahead and Techno Radar away the Fighting Energy, since we don't really need that anymore. We'll grab ourselves the Miraidon, and we'll actually grab ourselves an Iron Bundle here. We'll go ahead and Hyper Blower. Force the switch. We'll Future Booster Capsule. Retreat. And place the Gift Energy. And then we'll Pokégear for next turn. We'll take the boss, but we'll probably just end up Ionoing. We'll Peak Acceleration. Grab ourselves double energy. Attach to our boulder. And we're pretty set up. Really, I guess our opponent just bricked super hard. It's the only thing I can really think of on why they just passed instantaneously. There's Pidgey. There's Iono. Yeah, so they must have just bricked really hard. Is what I can assume. Which is, like, pretty unlucky for them. Yep, so they're just going to concede. Alright, well, that was a pretty lame game 1. I'll keep it in just for the Iron Bundle play, just to show that that's possible. Like, ways to kind of manipulate your opponent's board. But that was, again, a very underwhelming game. So it looks like we're going to have 5 games. Hopefully I can find one that goes more than a turn. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Look forward to game 4, I guess. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 4. Our opponent is going first. We open our Iron Crown EX again. Actually, we have a very similar hand to the hand we had before. Looks like we're playing against what's it called? Great Tusk Mill. So, going up against another kind of roguish strategy. Very interesting. They mulligan 3 times. We'll take it. There's no reason not to. This is going to be a weird one. I don't actually know how this is going to play out for us. consider, I guess we will just kind of end up KOing them over and over. Our ability to attack them back doesn't really matter in this situation, I guess. We'll Arven in order to grab ourselves a booster capsule and a Techno Radar, like always. Our opponent didn't do much with their turn. The Gutsy Pickaxes are nice. We'll go ahead and grab 1 and 2. We can Techno Radar away a Fighting Energy. Grab ourselves Miraidon, and we'll grab ourselves yeah, we'll grab ourselves the Iron Bundle, why not? Or Iron Boulder. I don't know why I say bundle every single time. You would think I'd learned by now, but I don't. We'll go ahead and attach the booster. Grab ourselves a new booster. We'll go ahead and attach that. And then really what we're going to look to do is just have booster energies attached to everything. Bravery Charm is not really going to matter in this, you know, kind of situation. We'll attach the energy, but that's not really what we were looking for. I mean, I guess that's cool. Again, not really what we were looking for, but fine. We'll go ahead and bring this into the active. We'll attack for 80 to get ourselves some energy. And really at this point, like I said, we're just going to go ahead and start putting energies down. We'll put one on the crown. The main reason for this is that we can assume they're going to try to vacuum the booster capsules off and then just go for like counter capture scenarios. So we just want to be able to like make sure we're able to retreat at all times, because that's kind of their only win con at this point. Or not at this point. Obviously there's a lot of things they could do, but we're kind of fine. There's the Explorer's Guidance. They're probably just going to be looking for DTs at this point. What did they get rid of? So they're down 2 Guidance already and 1 Great Tusk. So that's good for us. Granted, they'll play a lot of Super Rod, so it doesn't really matter, but it's partially limiting for now. Alright, they got both Guidances back. Alright, that was a choice. I assumed that they kind of had to do that for, you know, the purposes of placing a DTE, but the fact that they didn't makes things a little bit nicer. What we're actually going to do here is we're going to go ahead and Future Booster Capsule. We'll place that down, and then I'm going to Arven for a Prime Catcher, and we'll take the Bravery Charm for now just because. And I'm going to Prime Catcher back up the Greninja and get the KO on this, mostly just due to the fact that I want to stop their potential draws, more so than knocking out or really putting damage onto the Great Tusk, since that's far less important to me right now. We got another Iron Crown. That's good. We can start putting those down, powering up our attacks, looking to be able to get one-shot KOs potentially a little bit later. There's another Great Tusk. There's the Vitality. The other reason why getting rid of the Greninja is nice is because it just stops them from being able to get energies out of their hand as quickly. The Town Store is actually going to benefit them as well, because it's going to allow them to get their own capsules. But we can probably pick up, you know, a KO or so off just using a... what's it called? Using... Why can't I think of the name of the thing? Lost Vacuum. That's what I was looking for. We don't really need to play any more Pokemon down outside of things like Crown, just to get ourselves in range that we will KO it without a capsule. And then from here, at this point, Ionoing's fine. The boss is nice, the Arven's nice, so we can kind of hold on to those. We'll go ahead and Town Store here. I think... yeah, we'll grab the Bravery Charm. But it doesn't really matter. We'll Repulsor Axe. Unfortunately, we're only doing enough damage to two-shot the Great Tusk, which is, like, slightly annoying. I mean, if they choose to Giant Tusk us, that's pretty hype. I won't be upset about that. I know they're not going to. They're just putting the energies on, so that way when I knock it out, there's energies in the discard pile for them to use Vitality, but it'd be really nice. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, cool. The Iono there is really important, not because of the fact that it will, how do I say this? Alright, we're going to Arven here. And we'll Arven for Lost Vacuum. And the other Bravery Charm, because why not? And then what we'll do is Ultra Ball. Get rid of the 2 Bravery Charms because we don't need those. Grab ourselves the Iron Crown EX. Place that down. Then we'll Lost Vacuum. Get rid of one of the fighting energies because that's not really relevant anymore. We'll get rid of the Ancient Booster Capsule. And then we can attack for 140 and end the game. So, huge mistake on our opponent's part. I mean, I guess, again, they don't know what we have in hand, but still a very, very, very big mistake to make. Not really sure why they would go for that. Yeah, really doesn't make much sense at all to do that. Unless they were planning on getting a 2-hit KO on the Iron Boulder. Just to... I don't really know what their plan was. Going for the Giant Tusk there was, like, really bad. So, hey, but we got past 1 turn. So that's at least something. So we'll go into one more game. We've had a really weird matchup spread today. It was Magneton, then a non-starter game 2 times, but against other kind of random decks. And then Great Tusk Mill. So, definitely a weird kind of situation going on. But yeah, I'll see you guys in game 4. Alright, we're into game number 5. I know I said 4, but it's actually 5. We'll see what happens. We mulligan here. We'll see if we end up with Iron Crown EX as our opener, like we have every game, I believe. Unless I'm mistaken, but I feel like I remember that being the case. If we opened a basic, this actually would have been a really nice hand, but unfortunately we did not. We'll see what we end up with now. We did not open Iron Crown EX, so, you know, that's something. That's a change. Our hand's actually pretty good, though. So, definitely can't complain there. Oh, dude, brother. We meet. Got Mew EX and Mew EX, except theirs is arguably a little cooler. They also are running Miraidon, so it does look like we're up against another future deck. We'll go place Miraidon down. Alright. We're going to go for something here. So, we're going to Techno Radar away the Ultra Ball. Right? We're going to grab ourselves Double Crown. Right, so that's in play. That's in play. There we go. Now, the question is, how much are we hitting for? 40, 60, 80, 100. Alright, so we're going to Arven here. We're going to grab ourselves a Techno Radar again. And another booster energy capsule. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We're going to discard this. Go 1 and 1. Yeah. So we're going to go 1-1 here. Place. We're going to place. We're going to Hyper Blower. Force the switch. Then we're going to attach here. Draw ourselves 3. Pickaxe. Oh, I didn't really want that. If I could have gotten to one more... Oh, I'm so sad. If I could have gotten to one more and KO'd this, that would have been so huge. I got a little greedy. I wanted to make sure that I still got the boulder in play. I could have not taken a boulder and ended up with what's it called? I could have ended up with the Iron Crown EX as well and attacked and got the knockout on Miraidon. But it wouldn't really matter. They're gonna be able to get into a new Miraidon attack anyway. But it would have just been really nice to start off with the knockout and get like kind of a force them to have to use more cards in order to get into a more favorable position. But it's not that big a deal. What we'll be able to do, we'll probably end up surviving this attack. Since, unless they really overcommit to crowns, which they can't do at this point, we're pretty much fine. So what we're going to do on our following turn, use the EXP share. Interesting. I don't think EXP share is the right call. What we're probably going to end up doing is we'll live this attack. So we could just attack with Miraidon again. Oh, they didn't have any energy. Alright, that's actually kind of unlucky for them, because we're just going to close out this game right away. We'll Prime Catcher. Yeah. So what we were going to do is Prime Catcher up the Iron Boulder, knock out the Iron Hands, and the game was going to pretty much be over from there. So kind of a weird one. It sucks that our opponent didn't get an energy there, but honestly it wasn't going to matter all too much, I don't think, since they weren't going to be able to actually knock us out because they already had like Mew on board and things like that, so they weren't really going to get anywhere. So kind of unlucky for them. Doesn't really matter. They would have had 3 energies onto the Iron Hands. Regardless, we were probably going to do the exact same play no matter what, and just go ahead and knock it out. If the Heavy Baton would have spread the energy around, but nothing that really mattered. So yeah, we were pretty much fine there. But definitely an awkward game. But yeah, that's game 5. We're probably going to cut it there. I know all the games have been kind of really, really weird right now. But I just can't really seem to get a game on the ladder that isn't really weird, or my opponent doesn't just leave like a turn in to the game. And I've been playing for like probably 2 hours, and every game my opponent just leaves. So this is like literally the closest full game I've gotten in a little while. So I have to get back to doing my finals. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, even though the gameplays have been really, really weird in this one. I hope you like the deck. Definitely experiment with it. Let me know any changes that you make. I'd love to kind of make this community build. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and join the community Discord. It's really growing, and look out for an announcement coming relatively soon of the first community Discord tournament. Yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.